Hey, what's up, everyone? Let's let this stream populate a little bit more. Hey, everyone. Hey, people. Give it about 1-2 minutes and then we'll get started on this. Yeah, the party was okay, man. Okay, so I've always been very upfront about the way I've always been very, very honest about everything. I've always been very upfront about my thoughts, and I think right now the best way is just to be as upfront as possible. No, man, I'm definitely not leaving crypto. That's the thing, right? With regards, okay, so maybe let me talk a little bit about the markets, right? Let me talk a little bit about the markets. Is the sound okay? Can you guys hear me clearly? Can you all hear me clearly? That's the most important. Okay, so there's no easy way to put it. Let's just put it this way. So for those who are watching the stream for the very first time, okay, let me share a little bit about the history of why this channel actually started. So this channel actually started because I always believed in financial inclusion, right? I started off from the banks. I was always serving the high net worth clients, right? And I asked myself one thing: why am I helping the rich people get richer? And yes, it pays very, very well to help the rich people to get richer. So most of the time I was like, okay, they are very nice clients, and then there are clients who are usually very demanding. It's just the way it is. When you are in a service industry, no matter what kind of industry that you're in, as long as you're serving someone else, okay, you are always going to be at their whim and call, okay, which is fine, right? You do whatever you need to do to pay the bills. So right now, when I personally found crypto, I said, hey, this is all about decentralization, financial inclusion. People have the chance to participate in things that they usually don't have the chance to participate. Okay, so when I saw this, I was like, hey, this is a very good opportunity for me to share my knowledge with the world. Okay, and at the same time also, it will help a lot of people who never had the chance to have that kind of financial education, or to be financially savvy, or at least get to learn how to be financially savvy, so that they can start learning how to invest correctly. All right, so the most of the time, right, people in this space, they're very new, they're very young in terms of investing. The mentality is really very immature, which is fine, right? Because a lot of the people in this space are all millennials, okay? And I think a large part of it is due to the fact that when you download a cryptocurrency wallet, okay, you are able to just get started into buying cryptocurrencies. You can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum, you can buy a Litecoin. It's just that simple. When you want to be a banking client, just so you know, you have to have a minimum of 200,000, at least for high net worth. You have to have a minimum of 200,000 or 1 million, depending on what kind of level you're at, to at least have a relationship manager who will teach you about financial markets. Okay, multi-man, no one is suing my ass, man. it's you don't have to worry, man. It's not anything to do with legal or anything like that. So right now, okay, most of the time, right, in this space, we created all these groups. We all created all these groups, all the YouTubers who kind of got it, wanted to start doing pooling and doing ICOs and all that. Okay, they are now trying to what they're trying to do now, especially in this space. They are actually going to regulate the whole space. So in the past, VCs had a very good opportunity to enter the market very early, and then they can flip. Okay, so this is what the cryptocurrency markets have been helping them to do. It is no different from when they fund a startup to gradually build it up towards IPO. It's actually no different. It's just that the procedure and everything will gradually be slower, right? So there'll be the A round, the B round, and the C round. Okay, and right now what is happening is that regulations are all trying to come down and clamp all this. So the VCs who are now currently in the crypto space will want to be very compliant, because they are not here to help the people, guys. They are not interested, because let's just put it this way: how does a VC actually function? VCs function in a sense that they already have the funds. And they are coming in. Okay, and they are the kind of people that are already having strong funding. Okay, they're having strong funding. They don't need to care about the people, right? And right now, when I started CG is actually meant to be more of for the people. It was always meant to be for retail. It was never meant to be behind closed doors and having information only for the privileged few. It was never meant to be like that. Oh man, okay, Bertrand, VC means venture capitalists. Okay, so they are the ones that have the strongest, they basically have funding from backers. Okay, whether is it a few or some or whatnot, is just basically they have funding from backers. When I saw this space, I initially thought that yes, okay, for once retail, we can all pool together. Okay, we all can pool together, and then from then we can be able to participate in ICOs. Right now there are not many opportunities to do that, as what I've been gathering that kind of information. I'm not sure how Asia is going to take it, but I know that for I'm not sure, but I think for the US side, they are clamping down very, very quickly. So what does it mean? Okay, so VCs are already kind of registered. Okay, so they're registered, they're licensed to at least have asset management. They have an asset management license. Okay, so when they have an asset management license, they are able to pool funds from accredited investors. Okay, that means they are covering their asses with the other investor. Because after all, VCs, not every VC is rich. Okay, so everyone will pool. Okay, and they will get funds that are directly from these accredited investors. Accredited investors basically simply means that you have a net worth of 1 mil in terms of assets, 1 million USD in terms of assets, or you have an income of 300K per year, per annum. Okay, so as long as they have agreed, okay, once they have agreed, what will happen is that they will pool these funds together and form a VC fund. Okay. Alternatively, the ones that you can respect are the ones that actually put in their own funds as well. Okay. So this is how it works. So long story short, when you have a pool of retail investors, okay, unfortunately you cannot do that. Okay, because retail is not ready for the kind of risk that is involved. Retail, they will always ask 1,000,001 questions that are actually very hard to handle. Okay, it's very hard to handle. That's why until now, crypto grinders will never actually bring funds together, okay, from the retail market and handle it, because there's no agreement between us and these companies and the people. You understand? So for example, if I have X number of retail premium members, but they're all coming in and they're non-AI, I am not in the right position to actually hold their funds and do investing on their behalf. You see where I'm coming from? So the moment ICOs are going to be regulated, it means that they have to comply to whatever regulations there are in the existing markets. Because let's just put it this way, they are definitely here to stay. Okay, because the technology is real, the developments are real. It's just that not everyone is going to be able to participate. And even if it hits the secondary market, let's say it hits your Binance, it hits your Huobi or whatever, it is going to be way overvalued. Okay, it's going to be way overvalued. So this is just the way it's going to be, right? So what I'm just trying to say is that I am upset because I am not able to really help people as much as I wanted to with the current group. Okay, that is the only issue that I'm having right now. Because I can definitely just knock on doors from my previous clients. They are all AI. I said, hey, I'm forming a hedge fund. Would you like to be part of this? Right? Simple as that. And then I'll get my fund running back to square one again. I'll be helping the rich become richer. They can participate in basically I've been doing the same thing, guys. I've always been interviewing the projects, talking about all the projects, and just basically getting them connected, you see. But I want to help you all get connected, not the AI, guys. You know, not the AI. The AI are already well to do. I want to help the people who are non-AI. The ones who are like recently, I had a conversation with one of our long-term members. You know, he's been in the Telegram group for quite a bit, and you know, I asked him, hey, how come you're still not part of the premium group? You know, and the premium group is a monthly thing, right? And he says, I only have $1,000 in crypto, you know, and I said, oh, okay, yeah. So you see, even $1,000 means a lot to this particular individual, okay? And this individual has been learning from the channel, and that's the whole idea, right? Because they get a chance to learn, you see. So when I get the most pride or happiness when I know that I'm helping an individual gradually work their finances upwards, you know. And now with the current situation, I can definitely still educate with investing and educate with in terms of investing or in terms of trading and whatnot, right? But the ICO is no longer available to everybody, you know, and that is what makes it sad. Because when you talk about projects that are good, I want to get my group in. I want to get the retail people in. I don't want to get the ones who are well-to-do in. Like they don't need to, you know, they don't need to. They have their family offices, or they have their bankers to create at least link them up with the great IPOs. They can always knock on a VC's door and say, hey, I want to be part of your VC, your VC. How much do I need? It's just a matter of money only, you know. And right now, what is happening in the market? People have been leveraging. See, like with the recent credit card issue, right? So credit cards at the end of the day belong to the bank, okay? The banks are so-called lending you credit, right? And then from there, you are using this credit to go and buy cryptocurrencies, right? You're basically just doing that. So you're leveraging on the bank's credit and funds to go and buy into an asset that potentially could go up. So do you notice that after the Davos meeting, all the banks have collectively all banned their usage of credit cards towards buying cryptocurrencies? Do you realize that? Because they just want you to be in a continuous cycle of financial slavery. This is just what it is. So a lot of people are going to have a little bit more of a harder time in this current situation to make money, right? And I think a lot of people who also took loans are panicking at the moment, especially if they started investing in the altcoin space. I just hope that you know, a lot of these people are not going to make any rash decisions, okay? Not make any rash decisions, and they are able to kind of still maintain their payments towards when they cashed out, you know, when they took an equity loan or something like that to go and invest in the cryptocurrency markets, because right now the banks are already making this stand already. So if you notice, you still can wire money to Gemini. You know why? Because that's your money, right? If you can wire money, it's your money, right? So they're not going to stop you from using your money. They are stopping people from using their money to make money, you see. So for people who are investing, who usually use credit cards to buy stuff, you tend to be a consumer. You're not using your credit card to invest in something that could be a financial instrument to 10x your gains. You see, whenever you use your credit card, you're spending on stuff that doesn't make you any money, right? So they're okay with that. In fact, they love it when you always pay the minimum sum and you let the balance roll over on the higher interest, which is usually 24% per annum, which makes out to 2% per month. And as that compounds, they are actually going to be keeping you on that credit card debt for a very, very long time. You see what this is all about? But suddenly, you are starting to get smarter. You took out funds from your credit card, right? This credit from your credit card to invest you're taking out the funds from the credit card and investing it in an asset that could potentially free you from debt. They don't really want that, right? They don't really want you to do that because they want you to actually continuously be in this cycle of owing them money, right? Because banks earn money from you paying them back with interest, right? So this is what's been happening, man. And you know, collectively they've banned all the credit cards at the moment. You know, China is already launching a string of ATMs that will be crypto related. So the Bitcoin price is, you know, it's going down, it's plunging. But you know, it's those who have just invested with their own money without leverage, those are the investors that are the safest, because you are not using borrowed money. Okay, you're basically using your own money, which is fine. And I think there are people who didn't cash out early, right? They didn't cash out early enough, or they didn't cash out from the crypto markets. That's what I meant. So they don't have much cash on hand. They were always having the portfolio looking damn awesome and damn solid. But they thought that 10K became 100K, the 100K would be $1 million by the end of the year. I'm not sure whether that could still be in place, but I would say it's going to be more difficult. This is all I can say, right? Dips are not sad. Okay, look, I see that the market will definitely recapitalize itself because the stock markets are also selling off very strongly as well right now. So this is a very unique situation because the volatility index, or the VIX, the CBOE VIX has shot up 99%. So that is something very unique. All right. So yeah, I think most of the time right now I'm just cracking my head, guys. I'm sad because I'm cracking my head because if I cannot help the retail, right, this whole channel really defeats the purpose already, because I might as well, because I will be on NDA. A lot of things that I'll be doing is on a non-disclosure agreement, and it's pretty pointless to kind of have a YouTube channel. You know, it really defeats the purpose, because no way can I share, because I don't want to lose the business and the relationships that I currently have, because with those relationships that I currently have, I am able to still help you guys. But if I cannot function in that full disclosure manner that I can help you guys, then it's really quite pointless, because I find that it's no point having the channel, really, because look, I don't make money from YouTube, guys. I don't. It's my joy is just to be able to, hey, you know, do this and enjoy this, buy this, you know, and then from then you guys go and do it. You guys go and start making funds, go and start creating wealth for yourself. And CG has the goal of helping 1 million people become debt free, right? So this is the problem, guys. This is just the problem. You know, there are things that I can disclose and there are things that I can't disclose. Okay, you see, for example, when you go into an agreement with a company, right? Okay, when you go into a agreement with the company, if the company doesn't want you to share, you can't share, guys. It's just that simple, right? It's just the way backdoor deals are done. And you know, when I do speak to most of the people, when I was at the party, I realized it's a very different world. Okay, there's no such thing as financial inclusion. It's just who has the most money. That's the way it is. All the while I've known that, right? And you see, the reason why I don't really care about all this, because I want to keep it real for you guys. I want to keep it real. You see, I don't have to have a nice studio, you know, which I will be having, right? But it's kind of pointless when I look at things, right? It's kind of pointless when I look at stuff like this. Yeah, it's the world isn't fair. The world was never fair to begin with, and to me, I was having this little dream that the crypto space would kind of close that gap, you know, where you help the people who are struggling financially, and then from then, you know, you kind of close the gap a little bit. And I hope that those who kind of capitalize, which I think quite a number of people did, right? They managed to capitalize, and then after that, what happened was they kind of closed the gap. Some became millionaires and whatnot. And those who are very, very smart with their money will be able to continue to grow. Those who are not very smart with their money will go broke. And 90% of the people who made money in the crypto space very quickly, they may not be smart enough to continue growing that wealth because they kind of got it very easily, right? So those who actually use their funds to create a startup, or they manage to look into, you know, investing in other things outside of cryptocurrencies, right? They will be able to continue growing their wealth, okay? So what I'm just trying to say is that you guys just have to make sure that you follow the right people on YouTube. That's all I can say, right? And it may not be YouTube that could give you the best advice, and I just hope that I can continue to keep doing this. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm leaving right now. I'm not saying that I don't want to continue to help you guys. I hope that you watch. If you just came on stream and you don't even know what this is all about, no. I mean, look, I don't have to delete my channel. The channel can always start and become something else, right? Right now, like I said, the legacy group, the premium group, they have all my insights. And I've always kept the group small because, you know, it's a certain mentality to be part of an investment group, right? And that is why, no matter what, I can never accept funds from, yeah, maybe a fitness channel, man. Yeah, right, fitness channel, because lifestyle, anybody can be in, right? Yeah. So you know, no, guys, oh man, you all have really fucking selective listening, man. Sheesh, am I not speaking proper English or what? I'm not leaving YouTube, man. I'm just saying, I've already explained a lot of stuff. God, you all are like, oh man, sheesh. Okay, so guys, just saying, when you just be careful out there, okay? Just be careful out there, okay? And whoever you decide to join, make sure they have the same kind of standard that I have, right? Make sure they have the same kind of care that I have, you know, because if they're not, then you know, make sure you don't put in that much money, okay? Make sure you don't put in that much money, test them out a little bit, make sure they have a set of due diligence and the way I do, right? Man, look, man, no one's giving up. I'm just thinking about how to get you guys in, you know what I mean? How to get you guys in a legal manner, right? If I can't get you guys in a legal manner, then it's very, very difficult. Okay, yeah, so I think right now I think this space is I think this space has its opportunities. I'm just cracking my head. You know, once I narrowed it down from a legal standpoint that I know how to get you guys in, I'll get you guys in. But I know for sure it's not going to be that easy. Okay, that's all I can say. It's not easy to get the retail market in on this kind of stuff because it's just a lot of work to get retail in sometimes, you know. And at first I thought I was you know, gonna be able to do that, but it seems like it's a little bit challenging at the moment. Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm sad about, guys. Like, what's the point, right? You create a YouTube channel, you educate people, you want to help them get financially free, and then tada, now the whole thing is just flatline on itself. Go and check out accredited investor. Just go and check out what it means to be an accredited investor. If I was to work with you, right? If I was to work with you, you would have to be an accredited investor. Simple as that, right? For us to be an accredited AI institution, we also have to have a certain set of criteria as well. Yeah. So just saying, man. No one, sheesh. No one is cashing out, man. Come on. Right? No one is cashing out on anybody. If it's anything, I just bought more quantum. If it's anything, I just bought more Bitcoin, right? I mentioned the strategy just yesterday. I said, look, right now, don't get priced out. Right? Don't get priced out. Just start buying more Bitcoin. You'll be fine. Just focus on the top Bitcoin, Ethereum. What is illegal? Nothing is illegal. No one is saying that anything is illegal. It's just that at the moment, right now, if you would like to participate in an ICO, it may not be as simple. Okay, so guys, see, that's the thing about YouTube, right? It's an ongoing thing. So anyway, quick questions, man. I'll take 5 minutes of questions, and then from then we can move on. Okay, Ryan, portfolio allocation by dollar value or by amount of tokens you own. Honestly, we can look at Satoshi, because right now the dollar value doesn't matter anymore. So look at Satoshi value. Can you summarize again? Okay, very quickly, right? Since everyone is, why am I upset, or why am I sad about this space? Because initially I thought that the crypto space was allowing me to have to educate people about financial inclusion, meaning that you have the full suite, meaning that you can learn how to invest, you can trade in cryptocurrencies. Also, you have the chance to ICO pool. When you have a chance to ICO pool, usually you get the best deals. When you have the best deals, the moment it launches on the exchange, it tends to at least have a 3x to anywhere 5x to 10x. Right now, ICO pooling is no longer, or at least not going to be available so easily to the retail market. Simple as that. And if you can't have all these full suite of features, that doesn't mean that it doesn't help financial inclusion anymore. That means you're literally you're buying everything at a very high premium, because once it hits the secondary market, it's unfair to you. That's what it means. Oh God, you all are really... see, this is what I mean. Okay, Ryan, do you think the market will bounce back? Yes, the market will bounce back. It's just that it's not going to be as strong as before. Guys, it's not about my group, guys. It's about the whole space. It's not about the group. Try to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not talking about my private group. I'm talking about the space in general. Right now, everything is about financial inclusion. No one is babbling. It's just that you have a difficulty in listening and understanding proper English. Yes, I'm looking more and more stressed because I'm explaining myself over and over again despite I'm talking very slowly. Okay, Martin Max King, I'm not sure whether you are like trolling or you really don't understand whatever I'm just mentioning, just go and start reading about regulations and try to understand the IPO space and how VCs run it, and then you'll understand how the ICO space is going to be functioning. It's the same thing. Start Googling. So I'm only now observing what are the regulations trying to do. So right now they are just choking off every single kind of point that they are allowing people to come and step into the space, because I think it's kind of reaching a boiling point. So once they reach the boiling point, especially when everyone is taking equity loans and whatnot, trying to get into this space, well, people are trying to use borrowed money to enter this space, right? And once they start using borrowed money to enter this space, the whole debt cycle will kind of stop for that particular individual. Okay, so they want to also keep people continuously, in this debt cycle. This is how banks function, guys. Okay, so Solman has asked, is it safe to assume that the market will not have the same vigor it once had with China into the mix? I feel like without the second biggest economy in the world, who will fill that gap? Well, Solman, I think you are right to a certain extent, in the sense that the liquidity is kind of choked off already. Whether or not they're going to reinstate that in a different manner, it is happening. All right, that means it's going to be a state coin, right? It's going to be a state coin where at least you don't bypass the financial system, because right now the very well-to-do Chinese are actually buying Bitcoin off the shelf. Okay, and when they buy Bitcoin off the shelf, they will take that Bitcoin and trade it on an exchange. So of course, if you've been reading the news, currently people from China are going to be blocked from these exchanges. That means meaning that it's going to be a domestic block as well towards overseas exchanges, and everything is going to be run internally. Okay, so yes, in a way the current market is being choked off. So you're probably going to see domestic exchanges functioning within licensed, regulated by the Chinese government, and it's going to be domestic. That means they're not going to allow them to function, or at least access the exchanges that are outside of China. Okay, so those exchanges that are functioning outside of China will be open, of course, to the rest of the world. I mean, whichever country that still allows cryptocurrency trading, right? And then from then, Japan seems to be a little bit more friendly, so perhaps most of the money is going to go to Japan, right? So this is how it's going to function. And does Japan allow foreign money? For now, we have yet to determine that, because I don't have correspondence in Japan. So maybe those who are in Japan, maybe you can feel free to comment whether or not, if you are someone who is a foreigner, can we put funds in a Japanese exchange, and will the premium be crazy, just like what happened in Korea? Because what happened in Korea was very simple. Chinese money was going to the South Korean exchanges. The South Korean exchanges, who obviously you would have a correspondent there to help you cash out, and that was why it caused the premium to go up very a lot, because everyone was buying. People knew that it was all Chinese money. They want to move the funds out. So from Korean won, it's very easy to go in. Once it's in fiat, it's very easy to move from one currency to another. Okay, so this was the name of the game. Right. I can't give you the range, but maybe Brian, could you help give iTech the range, please? Is this the start of the bear market? The bear market already happened, Ursat. We already are in the bear market. The moment you lose 30% of the market cap, you are already in the bear market. It's just a matter of how long it'll last, right? I'm very, very concerned about the people who are having borrowed money. I'm concerned about the people who are not debt-free yet, right? How are they going to be debt-free? You know, this is just my concern. That's why I'm sad, guys. I'm not sure how to continue to help if the things that I can do are limited. I don't like to be limited. I don't like to be censored. I just like to be able to talk freely about the kind of advice that I give. The range will be for AYTAC, IATEC. Yes. Decentralized exchanges will solve all problems. Well, decentralized exchanges actually have the problem of liquidity, right? Because it's the same thing. It's a chicken and egg. So what if you are able to trade tokens? Are you able to successfully go back to fiat, right? So that they have to solve. And without a license, see, the banks will not want to lose their license. Anyone who has a banking license will want to, it's very important because fiat is still the lifeblood for the current space. It's not crypto, right? So if you can trade crypto, that's fine. No one cares. But how you get crypto back to fiat, you have to have a banking license, or the bank must be willing to work with you. You see? So this is the issue now. I'm not invested in one chain, so I really don't know. That's not really the concern at the moment. Yes, nothing to see here. Thank you for understanding that. I'm not saying that it's happening anytime soon, but you realize that majority of the ICOs these days are filled up 80% prior to reaching the crowd sale. You see where I'm coming from? Because in the past, it was like more of the secondary market could enter. That means the crowd sale filled up the ICO, not the behind the closed doors deals. The behind the closed doors deals was like maybe 1 million, 2 million, you know, pre-ICO, pre-ICO, right? They were the seeders. Then after that, they came the pre-I. And then after that, the crowd sale, you know. But right now, it's like, wow, 80% is all filled up, successful, oversubscribed. You don't even have a chance. You see what's happening? You don't even have the chance to even enjoy the participation. That means the moment you got on, boop, 1 minute, it's gone. You start realizing that, right? The good, especially the ones who are so-called the more hyped up ones, the one that have the popular teams, you know, you realize that you don't have a chance anymore. And by the way, I'm not saying that just because we are going to start a hedge fund, it means that we are going to be able to knock on every door and get a deal. It doesn't mean that, because they have to like us as well. If they don't like us, they're not going to get us in. It's the same thing. It's not like everyone can get in. It's about the connections that you have. Mr. Well-off, no one can tell how long this bear market is going to be and when is it going to bounce. I think the most important thing is to be conservative with your approach. If you are intending to still pump money into this space, make sure that it's about 10% of your overall investable assets, just 10%. And investable assets means that you're very willing to put it out there in the financial markets, right? And it's not going to hurt you in the long run, whatever that you decide to invest in this space. All right, so that's all the time that we have today. I hope to come back with more good news going forward. Wait, Binance is in danger for people? No. Look. Wow, what is that? What suddenly you all are talking about Binance being in danger? Binance is not in danger, guys. What are you all talking about? Nothing. No. Is it because we talk about the China thing? No. Binance is, look, man. Binance is nothing to do with it. Look, I'm not. Ayo, guys. Okay, just watch the video again. If you didn't catch it, just watch the video again. I babbled enough and I repeated myself enough so that you can get the whole video. Catch it. Enjoy the stream. Watch it again if you have to. Yeah. All right, man. Take care. God bless. Should I invest in BitConnect? Take care, man. See you guys.